All right, today I'm going to walk us through the describe function in Discord. So describe allows you to take an image and have AI generate a description based off what that image is. So here I'm taking some of my own artwork. Here this is a painting of a Native American elder, and I'm having Discord describe this image using AI. So the AI goes in and scrapes this image across other web platforms and compares and pulls in what it assesses the description of the painting to be. So now what I'm doing is taking these descriptions and plugging them in as an Imagine prompt to see what kind of images come back to me. So when you do the describe prompt, you get 5 different responses back, or I'm sorry, 4 different responses back. And what I'm doing is just going through and looking at if these descriptions match what my original artwork is. So here you can see at the bottom left corner what my painting is, and I'm comparing it to what the description comes back of what it thinks my image is. And then when I plug that back into the Imagine function, this is what I'm getting. So it's close. I think some of the things that this is missing is the black and white. It does look photorealistic. This one here was, just amazingly beautiful. Almost terrifying how scary that is. So got some cool things. Didn't match perfectly, so I'm going to do another one just to keep testing this out. So I'm going to pull up another one of my paintings. I'm going to literally just do describe and drop the image in there. And within 5 seconds, I get this description back. So here's an abstract painting I did. I got 4 descriptions back. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and copy the descriptions from 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to use the Imagine framework to plug in these descriptions to see what kind of responses I get back. All right, so here's the first description. While that's loading, I'm going to go ahead and drop in another description. That way I have 2 running at the same time. So again, bottom left, that is the painting. And this is the different images that came up. So pretty close, similar style. Definitely like the genre. Funky, reminds me of Picasso. Yeah, pretty cool. I like this bottom left one a lot. So here is the second prompts that come up. So this one, you can tell it definitely captured something with the blue. It's got something going on with the eyes. Definitely unique genre that I think it's feeling and pulling off from my original artwork. So very cool. All right, I'm going to do another describe function just to keep testing this out. This time I'm going to do a painting that I did of a man that is climbing up a mountain. This is kind of a stencil sketch, very little color. It's kind of a unique style, and again, I get my 4 descriptions back of what AI thinks this painting is. I'm going to go in and copy it and now use the Imagine function. And then I'm going to one by one just paste in these different descriptions. So plugged in the first, going to go ahead and do the second and see what it comes back with. Very cool. So I put the image in on the bottom left so you can see what it's compared to. And these are some of the first renderings. Very interesting. It's like a Roman god hanging from the sky. You can tell it gets an idea of it, but sometimes I find Discord grabs one image and then or one word and it just runs with it. But ooh, I really like these. Something's going on here that doesn't look right. It's got the rope going through his knees. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So you'd have to play with that. Same with this, the rope doesn't really make sense. This one's got the rope, looks like it's not perfectly aligned, but I like the style a lot. So here I did a re-rendering, and wow, this is beautiful, beautiful artwork. But again, there's some things off, like this guy's arms are a little weird. The rope pattern's a little weird, but the general idea, if you played with this long enough, it'd be pretty cool what you could come up with. So, all right, let's do another one. I think the more I do, the more you're going to get a sense of what you can do with this. So I did a painting of President Trump, Donald Trump, and I did kind of an abstract face, lots of color. So let's see what it gives back here when I put the describe prompts in for Imagine prompts. So I'm going to run a couple of these, maybe 2 or 3 this time, to see what kind of images I get back. So dropping in the painting in the bottom left, and yikes. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's trying to be chaotic color, but his face is still somewhat humanoid. He's got the orange color to his face and then the abstract everywhere else. That's okay. Let's try another one. That didn't work out too good. Let's try Snoop Dogg here. All right, got my 4 descriptions. That's the original painting. Let's go ahead and plug these into the Imagine prompt and see what comes back. All right, gonna drop in this first one here. And while that's loading, I'm gonna drop in another one in. That way we can get a couple back at the same time. Cool. Ooh, I see the green, really capturing the green in this description. I think this is the one I was the most excited for. Ooh, I really like these. Wow. All right, let's take a closer look. Wow, beautiful. What I love is it takes Snoop Dogg and it creates different personas based off his personality. So, I mean, it grabs those high cheek marks that he has, the skinny face. Ooh, this is cool. Look to the left. It's like the right is dark, left is light and positive. So it's interesting, but I really like this on the left. Here's another one. Ooh, so it's really grabbing that green color. That looks like a joint that's like hanging out of his, not fitting perfectly, but the basic idea of these is beautiful. Wow. I think this is my favorite so far. I mean, here's another one. Yeah, beautiful rendering. It captures the idea and comes back with a painting style. So not exact, but it captures certain elements and then doing a good job. So do another one. This one, I'm going to test a landscape. So this is one I did of a big sky, clouds overhanging some red rock. So I'm going to take these descriptions and go ahead and plug these and do the same thing. So imagine, paste, drop it in. While that's loading, do another one. Put the paintings or a reference for you at the bottom. You can kind of see what it's compared to. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely capturing that big open sky. And it definitely absorbed the red rocks. So I think you could play with this a little bit more, but I think what I'm happy about here is it captured that big sky. So hopefully this helps you see what you can do with the describe function and then taking those descriptions and turning them into Imagine prompts. So here are a few of my favorites. I'm gonna leave them here. And yeah, hope you enjoy some of these. Hope you enjoyed the video. So again, remember, describe in Discord, great function that helps you take an image. In this case, I took my own art and I'm trying to see what comes back. I mean, a couple thoughts. I don't think AI, at least not now, maybe in 10, 15, 20 years, can duplicate what humans are creating. But I think this still just shows that art and AI can try to match things up, but there's still imperfections. And that's because there's just so many granularities to human existence and how we describe things. But we have captured a lot of the human experience through art. And so AI is a great place to apply because it does capture human development over years. I hope you enjoyed this little test that we ran here, taking my own art, putting it in the describe function, getting those responses back and plugging them in. So if you have Discord and you want to try this, it's a lot of fun, and I think you could open up some new avenues of where you could take genre. So have fun and happy arting.